Kansas City, meanwhile, taking down the Chargers, one of the two undefeated teams left in the NFL. And look, you can scoff at the Chiefs all you want because they haven't looked great in any of their 4 wins. The key is there's only two 4-0 teams in this league. It's not easy to win. Excuse me. It's not easy to win this many games in the National Football League. And the Chiefs did it. They came back. They were down 10-0, and they won 17-10. Their defense looks legitimately like it could be a top 5, top 3 unit in the league. And Mahomes is doing what he needs to do to win. Is it perfect football? No. But is it good enough? Yes. Travis Kelce saw a little bit more action today. He caught some passes, did a little bit more. I think we're going to start to see a lot more of him as the season goes on. But the key for the Chiefs is as long as you have Mahomes and that defense, they're turning into the Patriots, where they're a defense-first team. I'm shocked Steve Spagnuolo hasn't been snapped up by another team, honestly. Like, if I was the Ravens or the Bills or the Bengals, see, the problem is they don't need new head coaches. But I think the best strategy long-term to beat the Chiefs might be to break up that coaching staff. Because Reed and Spagnuolo are so just, they're just so tight together. They know exactly what they're doing. And it's gotten to a point where I think that as long as Spagnuolo is their defensive coordinator, their defense is going to be able to win them these games. And then you got Mahomes doing his thing. He does just enough for them to win every single week. Falcons are 2-2. The Ravens are 2-2. The Chargers are 2-2. And the Bengals are 1-3. So they've beaten 4 teams with a combined record of 7-9. But if you remove the 4 losses from the Chiefs, the 4 teams they beat 7-5. So they've beaten 4 teams that are a combined winning team unless they're playing Kansas City, in which case they're a losing team. And they beat teams up and they don't hold back. That's Kansas City football. The Chargers will be fine. They're going to be in the playoffs. They will be fine. But right now, the story is Kansas City is just that good. They have a bye next week, which is lucky for them. Because a lot of teams, every team I think, no, not the Falcons, but most teams, after they play the Chiefs, it's like the Niners. The Niners, the Chiefs, and the Ravens are the 3 teams that are like this, where when you play them, the week after you play them, teams tend to lose after you play them. So it's not even one loss. It's like you lose twice because you're so banged up and you're so just downtrodden because of the loss that you're going to lose again the next week. That's how the Patriots used to be. It's how the Niners are now. It's how the Chiefs are and the Ravens last year. Those are the 3 teams like that. The Chargers get lucky. They have a bye next week. They'll be fine. After the bye, they got Denver. They should win. Arizona, winnable game. They should win that. New Orleans, winnable game. Cleveland, winnable game. Tennessee, winnable game. And then Cincinnati, we'll see how they're playing at that point. On paper, looks like a winnable game. So the Chargers have 6 winnable games coming up after this. They will be fine. They'll probably go 4-2 or 5-1 in that stretch. And then they finish the season with a bit of a tougher stretch. Baltimore, Atlanta, Kansas City, Tampa. That's a tough 4-game stretch. But then their last 3 games, they got Denver, New England, and the Raiders. So I think they'll be a playoff team because they have 6 easy games coming up. If they win 4 of those, they'll be 6-4. Then you got a tough 4-game stretch. Let's say they win 1 of those. Now you're 7-7. But then you close the season with Denver, Raiders, and Patriots. You should win all 3 of those games. That puts you at 10 wins, and you're a playoff team, right there. And who knows? They could get upsets. They look close. I'll tell you what. They look close enough that they can hang with the Chiefs. They could beat them next time they play. I don't know if I'll bet on it, but they could.